Hello and welcome to OZChris versus the Abrams family. No, it's Marvel Comics, but I am reading the Abrams comic, J.J. Abrams and Henry Abrams comic. The so-called biggest comic book moment of the year, apparently. Doubt. I press doubt. So, the comic is finally out, so let's get to it. I believe the credits are right towards the end. So, Bloodline, Spider-Man Bloodline, written by J.J. Abrams and Henry Abrams, art by Sarah Pichelli, the coloring by Dave Stewart, the main cover by, I believe it's Pichelli as well. All it just says is variant artist, so I'm going to say it's Pichelli as well on the cover. So, for the Abrams father and son Spider-Man starts off 12 years in the past, where Cadaverous, this new villain, is attacking the city. Spider-Man is injured. Mary Jane tries to help him, and she ends up biting the dust. Cadaverous kills her, and then it cuts to the funeral. Then cuts to 12 years later, where their son Ben, going through normal high school life, trying to stand up to bullies and just getting in trouble for it. He has a very strained relationship with his father, Peter, who has also lost his arm, and he now has like a prosthetic, just a hook hand, or not, didn't lose his arm, lost his hand, and now has a prosthetic. I hate long words, seriously. Has a fake hook hand as a replacement, but their relationship is very strained, I'm going to assume, because of what happened 12 years ago with Mary Jane being killed by Cadaverous. But Ben is not aware of his father's identity of having been Spider-Man. But after coming back home, Ben starts to develop powers of his own. His hand stuck to a doorknob and breaks the door open by accident. He wakes up on a ceiling as well. While serving detention, he meets this girl, Faye. They has this really awkward moment, not particularly humorous at all. But mainly the story is about Ben. Ben is growing up, the son of Spider-Man and Mary Jane, discovering who he is, his powers, and all that. So, story, I'm gonna give it a 4 out of 5. This was actually good. It was actually a very interesting story here. With it's not particularly a very original story, but it's interesting nonetheless. I'd like to see where it goes. It's only a 5-issue miniseries, I believe. The main problem I have with this, though, is that all the promos, solicits for it, made it seem like this was going to be a Spider-Man MJ story, and it's not, given that they're the main focus on the cover. But in the book, Ben, their son, is the focus. Mary Jane is dead, and Spider-Man is no longer Spider-Man. So it's really, don't know why the focus seems to be on these two when it's supposed to be on their child, Ben. But I'm pretty sure that was supposed to be the surprise, that they actually have a son. In this interpretation, they have a son, and he's probably going to be the new Spider-Man since he's developing powers as well. The art and the coloring, I'm going to give a 4 out of 5. I really like the art and the coloring, the first part with Spidey and MJ facing off against Cadaverous and his forces. I think overall the art and coloring was good. The cover, I'm going to give a 3.5 out of 5, while the art and coloring on it is at least good. There's weird positioning of MJ. Ignoring that, I don't like that there's just a 3/4 of the background is just plain black. It's just a plain black background, and then just red at the bottom. Like, what happened? Like, this is the same one as the promo art, but Cadaverous, the face with the J.J. Abrams lens flare eyes is missing. So it's just a black background for no reason at all. It's a very bland background. There's nothing to it. Yeah, it has some really good, well-drawn characters on the cover there, but there's nothing to the background. It's too boring. So overall, there is an interesting premise there. I'll see how it goes. Dialogue was alright. Ben is just a normal teenager. This is just pretty much a normal origin story. A kid, son of a superhero, all that, finding out who he is. So nothing too original, but there is at least something interesting there. So that is it for my review of the Abrams family Spider-Man. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you all next time.